to the Talent Alone Basketball and Hockey Podcast. I am your host, Adam Hess, and with me, he would not have sex with Kiefer Sherwood, even if they were in some kind of rivalry that got hot. It's Mike Regan. Mike, how you doing today?
Remembering I said I was going to binge watch that show for this podcast. Thank God you didn't put it on the rundown.
Yeah, I didn't really want to talk about it. Why not? I have nothing against gay hockey players. For instance, if I was to go to facebook.gayhockeyplayers, I would have nothing against that URL. But I just don't want to watch TV shows and talk about TV shows. I don't like TV shows. I don't really care. And this one seems to be like the whole thing sexual tension. And like I haven't even watched Pluribus. So
that's why you asked me to do it. And I was like, yeah. And I never got around to it. But I will do it.
You love TV shows.
I have 2 weeks from today for the next Baskey that is a hockey edition. So I'll give me plenty of time. I'll watch it for our boy Jacob Tierney.
Is he in it?
No, he created it. It's director.
Oh yeah. You said Jacob Tierney, and I thought Jacob Elordi.
No, Jacob Tierney. You know,
I was like, the Frankensteins is in it. The Frankensteins is in it. You says
the guy who made hit songs like "I Want to Be Close to Christ" and "Why." But is weird,
he gay?
I've watched
because the whole thing with Glenn is that Glenn is gay, and then Jacob Tierney went out
is
and
so
said,
funny?
"I'm going to make a hockey blowjob show."
Oh yeah. This is the most amazing Wikipedia entry ever for Jacob Tierney Slayers. Because I was wondering the same thing. Because I knew he played Glenn in Letterkenny, who obviously is like a gay character, but it's like funny because it's like, oh, he's a pastor who's gay and doesn't admit that he's gay. Haha. Uh-huh. But then he did Rivalry, obviously. That's a big crux of it. So I was like, oh, is he actually gay? So the Wikipedia, under the section personal life, there's just one line, 2 sentences. It says Tierney and has one younger sister, Bridget, who is an actress. Period. He is gay. Period. And now there are 2 citations next to "he is gay." An exclusive interview, and the other one is what happens when your gay hockey smut becomes a global phenomenon, from the Washington Post. So I guess that has to do with the show. Gay hockey smut. Wow.
Or Shorzy, one of the 2.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, Mike, we aren't here to talk about gay hockey smut. We're here to talk about gay hockey games.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to start with the gayest of all hockey games, contract extensions.
It's all just a big dick measuring contest at the end of the day, eh?
A big dick measuring contest or a big dick measuring contest?
Yeah, big dick measuring contest. Yeah,
those would be 2 different things, right? Because like a dick measuring contest would be for who has the biggest dick. A big dick measuring contest would be for who can measure the most big dicks.
Right, like a big dick measuring contest is just a measuring contest among big dicks. But a big dick measuring contest is just a dick measuring contest that has a lot of people, so it's big in size, large, a lot of contestants.
Should I redo the intro and we could just start again 10 minutes in instead of 6 minutes into the podcast?
No, I feel like this is all gold that needs to be in there. I need to somehow trick like CNN or Fox News or one of the major things to having me on for something. I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
I don't know, but
I'm gonna show up there.
Can we start a Wikipedia page for one of us that says that one of us has a sister, and then it goes period, he is straight, period?
The best part of it was like that there was like a typo in the first line that was like period. He is gay, period. Okay. You know what? Wikipedia, you sold me. Here's some money to keep you going.
here's the 99 cents you've been asking for 16 years. I paid $35 for 1 month of Disney Plus so that I could watch all of the Marvel movies ad-free.
Yeah.
I won't pay Wikipedia 99 cents. I use that website every goddamn day of my life.
You know what the funny thing is, though? If Wikipedia decided to go to like the dark side, and there's like every time you went to an article on Wikipedia, you had to watch a 30-second ad, but they were like, instead, give us $3 a month, no ads. I'd be like, yeah, all right, fine, $3. $3 isn't bad. Here you go, buddy.
You get my $3 that way, and they're trying to do it this other way, where they're like, we'll continue to give it to you for free unless you don't pay, so you better pay. And I go, someone else is gonna pay.
Yeah, like someone else.
It's the bystander syndrome. I'm like, there's fucking moneybags Jeff Bridges out there. He's gonna pay them.
It's like when you're like, it's like 3 a.m, you're walking down the street, you see someone getting stabbed and mugged, you know, and you're like, someone else is gonna come along, I'm sure, and help this guy out. Let's just keep going.
You did literally recap the bystander syndrome, so I'm glad that we went full circle on that.
Well, yeah, some people, bystander syndrome's too big of words for some people, so I was trying to break it down to a layman's term, if you will.
That's why they say if you're getting like mugged or attacked or pinned in a dark alleyway, you're supposed to yell, "Oh my God, Jacob Tierney's over here with his sister. He is gay." And then everyone will come flocking over to see what's going on. And that's how you get the mugger to leave. So Josh Doan got an extension. 7 years.
What are we talking about?
$6,900,000 or what? Why did I say it like that? $6.95 million AAV. Mike, let me get your instant reaction, and then I want to do a little Doan corner. I want to do a little Doan corner. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought this was a great deal.
Thank you.
6.95.
Tiger.
You're welcome. 6.95. I think that's a good number now. I think it's an even better number as the cap continues to increase, as it is expected to. He's second on our team in expected goals, third in goals, third in points. He's also, like, if you watch him play, he's a great two-way player, which always gets a little bit of a premium, I think. He's still young. Like, I don't see any downside to this. What is his exact age? He is currently 23. So even at the end of this contract, he would be 30. Like, we locked him down at a good rate for basically the biggest chunk of his prime years.
So, if I can, let's switch over to Doan Corner, our recurring segment where we talk Josh Doan. If I can offer some alternative things here.
No. It's called the Doan Zone. Go ahead.
The Doan Zone. We are in the Doan Zone. Far and away, his most productive season as a pro. So the question is this a breakout, or is this what's the word I'm looking for here? A thing that doesn't happen often, a thing that only happens once and then it never happens again.
No, I mean, because he's still, if that was the case and he was 26, 27, I'd be like, that's terrible. This is an outlier. He's 23. He played 2 years in the USHL, 2 years at college. Played 11 games for the Coyotes in 23. Played 51 in 24, but then also spent some time in the AHL. Now he's been up all season for us, and I think it's just a matter of a dude developing and maturing. And I think it's good. Even if like right now he's on pace, played 50 games, he has 35 points. That puts him on pace for what, 70 something? No, 60 something.
How many 70? Games? How many games do you think there are?
There's 82 games. So
it puts him in the upper 50s. The upper 50s in terms of points.
So at 23, if it seems like he's starting to hit his stride, you would hope that would clip up a little bit. But I think even more so than the points, it's just, I think Doan is also a little bit of a watch the game.
So I will say, as a production metric, the thing that's a little bit concerning is he's shooting 13% on the season. That's probably not going to maintain year to year. But like you said, I think that he's really improved as a two-way player. I know the NHL doesn't have a most improved player award, and I don't think Doan would win it this year because Shane Pinto, Cole Caulfield, Leo Carlson, and Macklin Celebrini all have taken giant jumps this year. But I think if there was a 10-person ballot, a Norris-style ballot for most improved, Doan would absolutely be on that list because just his two-way play is great. And I kind of think that was his calling card early on in his career. Is he supposed to be this defensive forward, a potential, a guy that would never win the Selke because he wouldn't have the points production, but a potential Selke guy. And I think now he's just kind of converted to being an actual Selke guy because he's just big and can control play. 6'2", 198. He's got reach. And he's tenacious on the boards with the puck, and now he's showing finesse with the puck on his actual stick, and I think those are all growth points that you actually really do like to see. So for all of my caterwauling about shooting percentage and outlier seasons, that's what I was looking for earlier. I think just as a defensive player alone, his ceiling is going to be worth, I don't know, $3-4 million over what he's getting paid if he hits it.
Yeah, if he hits that ceiling, and then if he doesn't, I still think he's pretty solid around his market valuation with where he's at. But speaking to your point about we mentioned the two-way play, he leads our team in takeaways. So and then that shines through when you watch the games. There's been constantly.
I think there's no stat for this, but just colloquially from watching the Sabres, I think he would also lead the team in getting pucks off the boards in the middle of a scrum, which is just like another like valuable asset to have as a player.
Yeah, you desperately need that, and I think that was kind of the idea in the move, and saying, you know, like JJ Peterka is like a winger with a great shot.
Yeah.
So like I saw Peterka as a dude. It's like, oh, you may have just traded a guy who could be like, you know, like a consistent like 30 goal scorer. We traded that in for a dude who maybe in his prime he's like a 20 goal scorer, right? But he plays stronger two-way, and I feel like that's just what we felt like we needed at the time, so that's why we made the move.
Yeah, and not to mention, also out of it, you got Michael Kesselring, who has played 18 games so far this season and has 0 points. So, you know,
yeah,
that's great.
I think the way our defensive pairings have turned out, it's like, oh, maybe we didn't really need Kesselring. he was scratched the other night. He was just sitting in the press box. I'm not really sure. I know he was hurt to start the year, but then he didn't play the year. He was a healthy scratch the other night. So.
Yeah. But like, despite all of that, you do have to just point out, like, straight up, a trade JJ Peterka for Josh Doan. Right now, it looks like it was a win-win. And you guys got you know, Terry Pagula's future busboy, Michael Kesselring, in the deal too.
I'm just gonna say that they both played 50 games, and Doan has 2 more points. So.
And
was it a win-win?
That can't possibly just be due to randomness. I will say, JJ Peterka, 16% shooting percentage. Now, JJ Peterka has like the opportunity to be like an elite shooter because he's always over like 12%. But
yeah, that's his calling
16%
card.
is pretty extreme. Pretty extreme. And not half the defensive player that Josh Doan is. But anyways, right now, I think it's a little hefty for what Doan is today. I think in 2 years, when Doan's in the early prime of his career and he's making less than $7 million a year, and the cap at that point is like, I don't know, $640 million per team, I assume, because the NHL is just going straight to the moon.
Yeah, baby.
Their contract's gonna look great. That's gonna be the annual Nathan MacKinnon Award for people constantly being like, hey, this guy's underpaid.
All I know is I opened up Twitter, currently known as X. And Jay Fresh and Dmitry Filipovich both gave it the thumbs up as a great deal. So I was like, all right, that's all I need to know. Was
Filipovich at all worried that Josh Doan is going to regress to the mean?
He didn't say that. He said he referred to him as a analytic darling in Utah who's taken another step forward.
There you go. Mike, that's not the only big news around the world of hockey. Oh, hey, by the way, we don't have a segment for this. I just want to throw this in here. Dean Evanson got fired from Columbus. Stop hiring Dean Evanson. Every time he gets fired from someone, the next coach does so much better with the team. I know they had a good year last year, but they all like unified around like a tragic event, and the team surged because of this unity the team had and this identity the team had. And I think Dean Evanson got some credit for that, and Dean Evanson managed to pull the team out of a dark time and lead them to the playoffs. But every time Dean Evanson leaves a team, the team gets better. So stop hiring Dean Evanson. Just stop doing it.
Stop
doing it. Stop doing it.
It's disgusting.
Rasmus Andersson.
I've heard of him.
Rasmus Andersson was traded to the Las Vegas Golden Knights. I didn't double check this because I didn't have time to go through their whole history. Is this the first trade the Golden Knights have made in their franchise history? Have they made one before?
Like the 4
no?
billionth.
Are you sure?
I think. Yeah,
we'll double check that. We'll get our people on that. We'll get the proud owners of Facebook gay.gay at that. Which once again isn't making it in the episode, so it just sounds like I'm saying weird gibberish. Yeah. Rasmus Andersson was traded to the Las Vegas Golden Knights for Zach Whitecloud, a defensive prospect named Abram Wiebe or Weeb. Let's go with Weeb. That's more fun, right?
There you go. Yeah.
Abram Weeb, a conditional 27th first and a conditional 28th second. Those picks, I have the conditions written down, but who cares? Just conditional first, conditional second. That's all that matters. Here's what I thought we could do, Mike. As one major name has fallen off the trade board, which, by the way, found out today, they're going to have a trade freeze during the Olympics and then a mini deadline. So we're going to have about 2 weeks coming out of the Olympics, between the Olympics and the deadline. During that trade freeze, players cannot be traded, but trade deals can be struck. So we might have, like at midnight, the day after the closing ceremony, we might just get like 3 trades announced. But anyways,
dang.
For the Rasmus Andersson trade, I said let's pick 2 winners and 2 losers each, not total, for a total of 4 per person.
Okay.
Mike, did you want to throw out a winner first, or you want me to throw out a winner?
Well, I mean, I think I'll throw out the most basic winner, or the most obvious one, which is Rasmus Andersson.
Yep.
Gets the hell out of Calgary, goes to a good team that's actually going to be competing for something this year. And also he goes to a team where they'll make the cap work, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll get you your deal. Don't worry. We'll figure it out.
Do you think he signs an extension there?
I think so. Hannafin did.
How many people did they trade for that don't sign an extension?
They make it work.
Do you start getting like a rusty trombone the second you land in Vegas or something? Because they can re-sign fucking everyone.
Fucking everybody.
Another winner. Mitch Marner.
Mm-hmm.
For about 3 hours, he was not the focus of the news cycle in Vegas. That had to be a nice feeling for him.
Yeah, it's probably nice.
Yeah, a few hours when Mitch Marner, who I assume is constantly Googling Vegas Golden Knights Mitch Marner, when he Googled that, no news stories popped up. Everyone was talking about Rasmus Andersson. That must have been a nice feeling.
Yeah. You give a shit.
If he had gone from Toronto to a small market team who hadn't won a cup in a long time, could have had a quiet time, Mitch. Instead, you went from like the boogeyman of the NHL. The only way this could have gone worse is if you went to Florida.
Yeah.
Mike, you got another winner, or you want to throw out a loser? What do you want to do here?
Yeah, the other winner is Noah Hannafin. He got his boy back.
Yeah.
They got the band back together. Love to see it. There was a time, like, when Calgary was good. I guess even when they started going downhill, there's still a time where if someone was like best defensive pairings in the West, I would have been like, well, obviously Makar Taves can't be touched.
Yeah.
But if you were like number 2, I'd have been like, Anderson Hannafin might be it.
Yeah.
When they were together in Calgary, they cooked.
I will say, I think Anderson is probably a middle pair defenseman on most really good teams. Mm-hmm. And I think he's probably a middle pair defenseman on this really good team. But I also think it's really entertaining that a Calgary team that made, the second round once has had all of their best pieces vampired by other cup contenders without ever sniffing a cup themselves. I mean, like, fucking Markstrom, Kachuk, at the time, Gaudreau, Rasmus Andersson, Noah Hannafin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're going to ship Nazem Kadri out. Obviously, he wasn't there for, like, their run, but just all of their best pieces slowly just leach out to other people who actually win cups.
Mm-hmm.
My other winner that we haven't mentioned, the Calgary Flame. I don't know how much I'm like, Zach Whitecloud. I don't know anything about this weeb prospect, which is not me insulting him for loving anime. But they get 2 picks, and this is the first domino to fall. Like, it's go into sell mode, Calgary. Get everything that's not nailed down out of there.
Their roster is not pretty. I mean, they have a 36-year-old Mikael Backlund who's coming out. Who's on an expiring deal. That, I mean, I could see a team giving them something for that at the deadline to try to bolster a roster for someone who can actually compete.
I mean, it's basically like Kadri, Uyghur. Can you get anyone to take Huberdeau's contract?
Yeah, Uyghur would be another one. Uyghur's got Uyghur's got a 6 point. I mean, I feel like a team would pay that, but Uyghur's 6.2 for the next 5 more seasons, though.
Yeah, so maybe just Kadri and Backlund on the way out the door here. Although Backlund's their captain, right?
I don't think it'd be crazy if they just reflipped Whitecloud. Like, if you're gonna go full rebuild, why keep a 29-year-old defenseman?
Trade him back to Vegas.
Yeah. Trade him back for Rasmus Andersson. And then you still have Rasmus Andersson. You're only down 2 picks. Never mind. That's bad. Don't do that. And the weeb.
Mike, your first loser.
I guess I'd say not the rest of the West, but a good portion of the West.
Yeah.
That Rasmus Andersson was the top defenseman we've heard on the trade market. Next to probably what's his face in Toronto. What?
Your favorite player in Toronto?
Why'd you laugh at that?
Because weren't you the guy? Or, I mean, you're talking about Ekman Larson?
No, I'm talking about Riley.
Oh, okay. I thought that you were talking about...
Yeah, I've heard scuttlebutt about Morgan Riley being on the block.
That makes more sense. That makes more sense.
So him and Anderson are probably the two big names.
I thought you were talking about Brendan Carlo, which was like your guy when he got traded there, which is why I was laughing.
Yeah. No. So him, at first it was Quinn Hughes, and then that deal happened, and then it was Hannafin and then Riley. So I mean, we let Vegas do it again. We'll see if it works. I'm gonna take a moment here just to shout out whether this is good or bad. It's really not. Some organizations make trades, and you can tell that like they look through multiple like angles of a trade and different permutations of what it could mean, how it affects your future team. And Vegas just goes, what do we need? We need this. Who's the best available player that fills that role? This guy, go get him. And that's what they do. They don't. There's no like, we could pay less and get this guy, and then we could shift him into this pair, which would let us boost this guy up to this pair. Like it could work. No, there's like, who's the best defenseman on the trade market? Okay, give me Rasmus Anderson.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It feels like they go, okay, we're gonna get this guy. Now we just have to figure out how to make it cap compliant,
and they figure it out.
Yeah.
Every time.
I do know Florida could have made this deal work if they had put Barkov on season-ending IR. But outside of that, I also don't know how many people like reasonably were going to take a shot at Rasmus Anderson.
Teams who would be willing, it would be because you have, once again, it's the usual conundrum. You got to find a team that has the cap. Well, his current contract, the cap hits nothing, but
it's the last year of it. Yeah,
right. Has the space to make the extension work because you're probably not going to make that deal if you can't get the extension unless you're Carolina. And then it has to be a team who's like, I'm also willing to give up these future assets to get that. And it's sometimes tough to find the two things that meet in the middle, unless you're Vegas, because no laws apply to them.
No.
They do whatever the hell they want.
Do you think that every time that the league office calls them to be like, hey, is this cap compliant? They goes, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, brother. And then hang up the phone and they go, they're right. That's the slogan.
That's what they says.
Can I give you a loser?
Yeah.
The Toronto Maple Leafs. Who now they're sadly going to have to trade for Dougie Hamilton in their infinite quest to get an old defenseman at the trade deadline.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
They got one snatched away from them. Now they got to go with Dougie Hamilton.
Damn.
I know. It's a tragedy. Can they trade for Chris Tanev again, maybe?
Maybe.
He's still on the team, but do they know that?
Maybe they can just announce the Brandon Carlo trade again this year.
See if anyone notices.
See if people notice. Yeah.
What percent of Toronto's current roster at one point played in Seattle?
Oh boy.
Because Chris Tanev and Jake McCabe definitely. Is there anyone else I'm missing? Is that it?
Might be overthinking it. Yeah.
I might be overthinking it. You're right. I might be overthinking it. Here, let me just pull up their roster here. Has Austin Matthews ever played in Seattle?
He has not.
Oh, Bobby McCann did though, didn't he?
Oh, I think he did. No, wasn't that Jamie McCann?
Yeah, McCain. Yeah, not McCann. Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. All right. Anyways, I'm not going to go through this.
That's McMahon. Yeah.
I'm not going to go through this whole roster here trying to figure out how to justify my joke. We can just move on to your next loser.
I forgot to write down a second loser.
All right. Well, I'll give you my other loser then.
Yeah,
Caden Korsak.
Okay.
Third line defenseman, or second line defenseman. He's probably going to get bumped down to the third line, but realistically, he's on the bubble on that right side now.
Probably.
Where they're just going to he's going to get some starts and not get others. And, if they go with 6 defensemen in the playoffs, he's probably not going to see a lot of the ice. Right. Which is what happens when you play your entire career for Vegas, is that they'll trade for someone who's better than you.
And I don't know what the status is. I know Braden McNabb's on LTIR. But I don't remember what the injury is.
Sure.
If it's he is on LTIR, I just can't remember if it was an injury where it's like, he's eventually going to be back. But if he is, he's going to be slotted into that defense somewhere.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And Rasmus Andersson probably second or potentially occasionally third pair. And I doubt he'll see much power play time.
I think you keep with Hannafin, the flame line.
So you just make them the second pair then, or what?
Yeah. I mean, that's what what I'm looking at has them listed as, but it's tough to ever find a website that is accurate with line pairings because they can change so frequently.
Yeah, I mean,
to an extent,
20 to 30 seconds they change.
That's true. That's not what I meant. You're an asshole. Moving on.
All right, Mike, there was another trade that happened since our last podcast.
There was. I heard about this somewhere.
There was. The Canucks trade Kiefer Sherwood to the San Jose Sharks for 2 seconds. Kiefer Sherwood on IR. Hasn't had an impact since being traded. But I do want to ask you this. Are the San Jose Sharks now the favorites to win the Stanley Cup since they traded for a middle six forward?
Yeah, I'm going to go and say no. I don't get... This is weird.
Like, I get it in the sense of holy fucking shit, Macklin Celebrini's that dude, and our second guy in points is 30 points below Macklin Celebrini.
Yeah.
I get it. Obviously, I get it for Vancouver. They managed to flip a 30-year-old player on the verge of 31-year-old player
2 seconds.
For 2 seconds. I think that I think right now San Jose is doing a Washington Commanders where they're like, okay, we got the dude. Grab everyone you can, right? Like this is kind of like their Debo trade. Mm-hmm. Not that Kiefer Sherwood was ever like offensive player of the year caliber play, but
it's funny that like being tied for the second wild card spot currently in the West, they were like, time to fucking go, baby. It's weird. It's interesting.
It's interesting, the West. But here's the thing for the Sharks. You have enough assets. You have enough picks. You have Macklin Celebrini. And currently, Alex Winberg, your second highest points getter, has 34 points, while Macklin Celebrini has 72.
Yeah.
You just need another guy. You need another top six forward who can score points, who can put pucks in nets, ideally. And what you don't need is more people in your pipeline. You don't need 2 more shots at the table, second round picks, to find future guys, because you have future guys. You have, I think The Athletic, when I looked this up a few weeks ago, I think The Athletic had their like under 20 prospect pipeline ranked number 1 in the league, or under whatever it is, under 23, under 26, whatever the number is, ranked number 1 in the league. So you don't need to add more bodies to that. So yeah, make a trade. Now they overpaid for Kiefer Sherwood, and Kiefer Sherwood's on IR. But like, I get the idea of just saying, well, Kiefer Sherwood can score, so trade for him.
I guess, and he's cheap. He's on the last year of that deal.
Yeah.
So I even saw some sites that like I saw some things popped up. They were like, could the Canucks actually be flipping Sherwood? And none of these are like reputable sites where I'd be like, oh, I definitely buy that. But sites that pose the question, and my first thought was, why would you give up 2 seconds to then just flip a guy? What other team's going to be like, I'll give you 3 seconds for a 30-year-old who, like in his best year, scored about like 40 points?
Yeah, get Pittsburgh on the phone.
Maybe, yeah.
Pittsburgh loves old players who score points.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's a move that doesn't, like in the timeline of things, doesn't line up. Like, are they going to re-sign Sherwood?
I think
if their thought is like, we're young, well, we could lock down Sherwood for the next few years on a cheap deal, and then we'll have like bottom 6 depth. Then okay, I get it. I wouldn't have given up 2 second round picks to do it. I would have just hoped that he hit free agency, but all right.
I think this is a 2-pronged thing. First off, they're doing everything in their power to secure that Warovsky, Jack Adams win.
Yeah.
Second, when is the last time the San Jose Sharks made the playoffs?
It's been a minute.
So my guess is that they're saying, okay, let's go do it this year, right? Mm-hmm. They're saying this is, the Pacific is bad, and the wild card is open in the West.
Yeah.
Let's make some moves, and let's get in position so we can make the playoffs this year.
Mm-hmm.
And they have Sherwood walks. You get all that extra cap space. You can sign like fucking 41 JJ Paterkas or something.
I guess it does help that like they had 3 second round picks in the upcoming draft. So they're like, we lost 2 of them, and they have 2 firsts still currently. So I guess when you have that many picks, you aren't really thinking. You're like, yeah, sure, whatever, fine, let's go. Just give us the guy.
I'm currently scrolling back trying to find the last time the Sharks made the playoffs, and it appears to be 2018-2019.
Yeah.
Mike, 8 years is a long time to go without making the playoffs.
Shut up, Adam. I know where you're going with this. You just fuck right off.
Mike, would you like to apologize to Kiefer Sherwood, or should we just move on?
What am I apologizing for?
Saying he's a bum.
I didn't say he was a bum. I don't know if he's worth 2 seconds.
I would just rather have 2 potential bottom 6 forwards who are 20 than one Kiefer Sherwood. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Mike, in the preseason, we did a predictions draft where we had a whole boatload of categories, and we had to draft a bunch of them with players and teams that we thought might have the best or worst in certain categories. I guess it was all the best, unless you count PIMs. PIMs are a bad thing to lead the league in. The one qualification was if we drafted a player, no one else could draft that player in any other category, and if we drafted a team, no one else could draft that team in any other category. So, I did a little check-in for us to see how close we are. And I broke it down into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiers in terms of how accurate our guesses are so far. We'll start from the highest tier and go down to the lowest tier on our little check-in. Sound good?
Yeah.
So the highest tier is the no duh, you're right. So these are, you picked an obvious candidate, and that is working out for you so far.
Mm-hmm.
Here are the picks that are in that category. Mike, you picked the Colorado Avalanche to have the best record in the NHL. And they currently have the best record in the NHL.
They do.
They do. Mike, you also picked Connor McDavid to have the most points. And as of their last game, in which they got shelled 6-2 in the Tristan Jarry revenge game, Connor McDavid has tied for first in the league in points at 83 or 85. 83 or 85, one of the two. And
85.
Mike, you picked Quinn Hughes to have the most assists as a defenseman, and he is currently first.
Let's go.
And I have no picks that are currently that correct. So,
oh man, dude,
it's looking good for you. It's looking good.
Looking good.
I really need to get that Rocket Richard 60 goals on the dot to beat you.
Yeah.
Mike, the next tier, the holy shit, you were right. This tier basically consists of the picks that were a little bit more obscure. The picks late in the draft when we had taken all the good players and teams. Mm-hmm. But we're still correct on in a surprising fashion. You ready to hear this tier, Mike?
Hit me.
No one's in this list. No one's in that tier. There was no other play.
Wait, what was the tier called again?
Holy shit, you were right? Question mark.
Oh, gotcha. So none of us were. Neither of us were like geniuses who pulled something out.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
The next tier, close but not quite. These still have a chance to enter into the conversation for right by the end of the season, but for right now, they are not correct. Mike, you took the Washington Capitals to have the least goals against. They're currently 7th, which has to be just the world's biggest statement about how good Logan Thompson has been this year.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how much Capitals you've watched. They aren't exactly the best back-checking team on the planet.
No, they're not. They're not the best roster on the planet. Fuck Tom Wilson.
They got some players I like a lot as defensive pieces, including Tom Wilson. But they're not exactly, they don't have the Montreal Canadiens roster of dudes that I think back-check well.
Yeah.
Mike, you took the Carolina Hurricanes for the most short-handed goals.
My very first pick, I think.
Goals. I think it was your very first pick. They're currently tied for 4th. Not bad. Not bad. First place right now is the Washington Capitals. How does that make you feel?
Damn. Makes me mad.
And you think that they can't play on the penalty kill. Turns out they can beat every team in the league on the penalty kill, Mike, just by scoring goals. I, for the most power play points, had Nikita Kucherov, who is currently tied for 8th. Now, that's out of all NHL players, which means he's doing a hell of a lot better than Marc-Andre Fleury in terms of points on the power play. Mike, I also...
More than the retired goalie?
Yeah, he's doing better than him.
Okay, he is better than him.
Mike, my defenseman with the most assists, Cale Makar, he's currently 3rd. Could surge. Could get past Quinn Hughes.
Good.
For most minutes, I had Zach Werenski, who's currently 10th.
Okay.
Not bad. And Mike, for the lowest goals against average, you took Igor Shesterkin, who, despite the Rangers being very bad at hockey, 5th in GAA.
Yeah, Igor's playing good.
And you hate Igor Shesterkin, so.
No, I don't.
Oh, wait. You hate Ilya Sorokin. Which one of them do you hate?
I don't know. We did something where, was it the worst contracts thing where I was like, I'm going to attack every goalie over 33 or something?
Yeah, you tried to take down Shesterkin. Did you try to take down Shesterkin and Sorokin?
I think I tried to take down
Russia?
Sorokin, yeah.
Do you hate Russia? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Mike Regan, Russia hater.
Is that controversial if I said that? I'd probably die. That probably gets me.
Mike Regan, on the record, once said, I think the things that Russia does in Ukraine are bad.
Hot take.
Do you want to defend your point, Mike? Mike, the next tier.
Okay.
This tier is called This One Isn't Happening. Now, these picks aren't disastrously bad, but they're picks that at this point we can go ahead and close the book on them. They're not hitting.
Yeah, man.
I have the best record, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, formerly Zach Whitecloud's team. They're currently 8th in terms of points percentage. They're probably not catching. No one's catching Colorado. Colorado's 10 points clear of second place.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. They're 10 points clear, 14 games in hand. They're 14 games behind in second place. That's not true.
Is this just... Oh, okay. I just figured you knew all these, so I didn't look them up to fact check you.
Yeah. Most goals for. I took the Dallas Stars. Took the Dallas Stars to have the most goals for in the league. And despite Jason Robertson's best efforts for a revenge game or revenge campaign against Team USA, they are 16th in goals for.
Yeah, they didn't have it.
I also took the Utah Mammoth least goals against, which is somehow performing better than that, at 13th. They are 13th in goals against.
That's not bad.
Mike, in one of our more obscure categories when I first read it, and then it makes sense after you think about it for a second, least power play goals against.
Wait.
You took... What's up?
The Mammoth... You have Mammoth as 13th on
in
goals
least
against?
goals against? Yeah.
Okay.
What do you have, Matt?
5th?
In goals against?
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Money puck?
Are you sure you're not looking at expected goals?
Nope. I'm looking at goals against all situations.
Well, that's not bad then.
Yeah, I was going to say
what? No, what do you... Oh, it's because I have it set to 5-on-5. Hold on.
Yeah, I was going to say you have it set to 5-on-5.
Had it set to 5-on-5. There you go. Yeah. Anyways, back to what we were doing. Who cares? It's still not happening.
Yeah.
Mike, least power play goals against. You took the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah.
Who are currently tied for 11th.
Now I feel like I have to check you up on that. I don't know.
How would I get that one wrong? I set it to 5-on-4.
That's true. That's right.
I have the most goals, or as for some reason I wrote here, jails. Leon Draisaitl, who currently has 25 goals, which has him about 13 behind the league leader, Nathan MacKinnon.
Oof.
So that one's
Wash Draisaitl?
Mike, for most goals, you have Wash Kirill Kaprizov, who only has 2 more goals than Draisaitl.
Suck it, Draisaitl. The future is now, old man. I think you guys might be the same age. No. Krill's a couple years younger, I think.
Yeah, because Kaprizov got into the league late, but yeah, I think he's still a few years younger. Mike, for most minutes, you took Rasmus Dahlin. Currently 32nd, not a disastrous pick, but he's not even the most minutes among Rasmus's.
Oh, really? Anderson haven't beat?
Anderson hasn't beat. Anderson has more minutes. He's Rasmus Dahlin, 32nd in minutes played, 2nd in minutes played amongst Rasmus's.
I think that number's higher if we go among defensemen.
But it's not among defensemen. It's amongst all players. Mike, our 7th and penultimate category. Could you be any more wrong? It's a Chandler Bing thing.
I gotcha.
Yeah. These are the ones that we are so far wrong on that we should be embarrassed we ever picked them and probably retire from sports podcastery.
I'm sorry. Can I jump in for 1 second? 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, so if you just go by defenseman, Dahlin's actually 30th.
Okay. Who are the
two non-defensemen ahead of him are Connor McDavid and Kirill Kaprizov.
Man, Kirill, after putting in the work.
Yeah.
So the category, could you be any more wrong? I took Braden Point, most power play goals. He has 3 and he's on IR.
Oof. I think you're cooked.
Yeah, I'm cooked on that one. Don't worry, Mike, not as cooked as you. For most power play goals, you took Alex Ovechkin, who has 2.
Well, he's not on IR.
He's not on IR.
So So I can pass you.
He has less than Braden Point.
I can still get past you, you son of a bitch.
For the lowest GAA, a category in which you took, notable low GAA haver Igor Shesterkin, I took Jacob Markstrom. We don't even need to talk about it. It's bad. It's bad. He's pretty far down there.
Is that his fault? Is that his fault? Yeah, probably is.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been good, but like also neither has the team.
This is true.
Continuing on the goalie beat, for highest goal save above expected, minimum 40 games, as per Money Puck, I took Peter Kochetkov. Mike, Peter Kochetkov is on season-ending IR after playing 8 games.
Oh, no.
So I will not be winning that one.
I think he could come back and start the rest of this. Even if he miraculously healed and started the rest of the year, I don't think he'd hit 40, would he?
No. Well, they have 30. Oh, no, they only have 31 games left.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'd be 1 game short.
Yep. 1 game short.
Well, don't worry, Mike. You have a guy who's going to hit the minimum threshold, but definitely not going to be in the conversation. For highest goal save above expected, you took Sam Montembeault.
He had a hell of a 25 or 24-25 season, all right?
He's at 21 games, and he is softly benched. So there's a chance that he doesn't hit that number. But if he does, he ain't coming even within sniffing distance of the top of the league in GSAE. How did you not take your boy Logan Thompson here? How did you not take your boy? Your boy Logan Thompson. You're the Logan Thompson guy. You didn't fucking take him?
I take him? I didn't take him. I took the Capitals for least goals against, didn't I?
Maybe was that it? Could we not take him because you took the Capitals? No, because I took Peter Kochetkov and you took Carolina in something.
Yeah. So I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to spread the wealth. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was Galaxy brain that one.
And Mike, the last category, or the last pick in this category, I took Brady Tkachuk for most penalty minutes. He's 8th on his own team.
Wow, look at good guy Brady Tkachuk.
Good guy Brady Tkachuk.
Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Boy Scout Brady, who call him.
So Brady Tkachuk not going to lead the league in PIMS. Not going to lead the league in PIMS. Might lead the league in shirtless beers drank during the playoffs because the other thing is, Mike, in the last category, pending, something we can't call the final tally on yet, there's only one in here, and that was that I took the Ottawa Senators to be the team with the most points that misses the playoffs.
I didn't pick one, that's right.
You didn't pick one. Currently, Toronto at 57. Now, the Senators have 53. They are second to last in their own division. They are probably not going to make the playoffs, but they are not going to have the highest point total.
Yeah, well, we can't all be the Sabres at 61 points, holding down that first wild card spot. It's tough.
And finally, Mike, we had a bonus question as a tiebreaker for what the Rocket Richard winner would score as total goals. Okay. We both had to answer this one. I said 60. You said 59 to undercut me because it was the closest. Whoever gets closest.
Yeah, and the leader is currently MacKinnon, right, at 38.
38 through 48 games.
And you said what again, 60?
I said 60.
And I said 59. 59. Oh, that's right. I priced it right at your ass.
Yeah, you priced it right at my ass.
It is. Well, it's going to be close.
It's going to be close. Coming down to the wire here, Mike.
Yeah.
There is still a chance that it could be Tage Thompson, who is seen at 26. If he absolutely goes on a tear.
Yeah. Yes.
Big year for centers to score goals. Anyways, Mike, that's catching up on our predictions draft. How you feeling? You're the only person with predictions that are hitting right now.
I mean, it feels good, Adam. All glory to God. That's what all the players say when they get interviewed at midfield.
Especially Fernando Mendoza, yeah.
Yeah. First and foremost, all glory to God.
I do think of you as the Fernando Mendoza of this podcast.
You see, he updated his LinkedIn.
What does that mean? What did he update to say?
He updated it to ready to work.
Okay, so this is definitive that he's paying someone to run his LinkedIn, right? He's paying some guy with a master's in marketing who is like, I know what'll get the people going.
No, he's done it in Indiana. He's ready to work.
Yeah,
he's on the market for a new job.
This is absolutely someone running his social media for him.
You're going to hate him for so long.
I already hate him.
I know.
Cheesy motherfucker. You know what? I hope he goes 2 to the Jets. I'll show him. Let's see how you like playing for the Jets, Fernando.
Isn't that worse than playing for the Raiders?
The Raiders have a Super Bowl.
So do the Jets.
Not since the 70s.
Okay.
Come on. The Raiders have a Super Bowl in the 2000s.
It's true.
Anyways, Mike, this is not a football podcast. Once again, roughly around 50 games per team so far this season. So I thought that we should check in on some stuff here and just play a quick game. It's a gimmick we've done in the past, real or fake. We're going to go through a bunch of things I've laid out here and talk about if what this team is currently doing is real or fake. Easy enough?
Yes.
So we'll start here, Mike. The Juggernaut Lightning. Real or fake?
Dude, it's real. And here's why.
It's real. Okay.
Like, I'm sure you could, like, jump in. You could make an argument against it, I'm sure, if you jumped into dissected things and said, well, this, that, and the other thing, caveat. They got a good stock of players who've been there, done that, went to 3 straight Stanley Cup finals, won 2. So I'm going to go ahead and say real based on track record. And also what they're getting this year that they haven't quite had at this level the last couple seasons is Vassy's back to being fucking Vassy.
Yeah.
That's a huge
Vassy's,
part of it.
You know what else was great about this team? About Tampa? So they had 3 injuries to their blue line early on. Hedman, Cernak. Who was the third? They had another injury to their blue line early on. Anyways, I'll circle back. But it's opened up like a ton of playtime for some lower down on the depth chart guys who have like really shown out. Like Darren Radish, who was, I don't know, third pair, end of the bench guy. He's having like a pretty fucking good season. And he was not going to be a guy who got run out in that situation.
They got 4 dudes on their defense right now making less than $1 million a year.
By the way, Ryan McDonough. That was the other guy that got injured early on. Cernak,
okay, yeah.
Hedman, and Ryan McDonough all got hurt early in the year, and gave time to some of their deeper guys who have like fucking shown up, man. I mean, they even have a rookie whose name I will not try to pronounce because it is French, I think.
Zasol.
Who? Yeah.
Zasol.
Good shot. He's got 17 points on the season. Like, and when you watch this blue line, like suddenly. The Lightning, who had only one down season, but like speed has not been their game in a few years. Mm-hmm. They're just like a really smart team in the offensive zone. I almost said the half court. Mm-hmm. But now that they've had to have a youth infusion a little bit, like man, they can get out and move. Radish is like a good 2-way player.
Yes, and like I said, there's still a lot of pieces from this team that won Stanley Cups that are still hanging around. Obviously, Cooch and. Well, Hedman's on IR, but obviously, Cooch, Sorelli was on those teams, I believe. Hagel.
Yeah, Point. Who's also on IR. But
Point. The Point man.
Yanni Gord also returned from Seattle.
Yeah. He left, came back, came home.
And right now, so advanced analytic-wise, they're second in the league in goals for %, and they're third in the league in expected goals for. Like, they look legit. Mike, and you'll never guess. And by the way, this is a point where we have to talk about how whatever's going on with shot tracking in the NHL has been fucking up private or public models for expected goals for, which I call the Carolina effect. Carolina, once again, leads the league in expected goals for. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know if you know this about Carolina, but they like to get pucks on net.
Yeah, do it. Pucks on net, boys.
They lead the league in expected goals for, and they have a negative 15.56 goals for above expected. Because once again, Carolina broke the model by going, what if we just slap the puck over and over again right into the goalie's Johnson?
Yeah. And that works though.
So we're both going real on the Juggernaut Lightning.
Yeah, I'm going around step. Also, I forgot when I was talking about guys who were there during the Cup run, I forgot to mention, obviously, my boy Nick Paul. Shout out Nick Paul.
Nick Paul, great. Just got to love their center spine on that team with Nick Paul.
Yeah. And they got a former Sabre. Zemgus Girgensons. That's what the missing piece was. Now they're going to get themselves back to a cup. Need a little Grigo.
That's what I've said for years. That the secret to getting back to the cup is to get former Sabres.
Yeah, I mean it's a good team. It's a vet team, and like never. I just don't think things happen by accident. Not just with that roster, but also with like they have one of the best coaches in the NHL.
If not the. Either him or Dean Evanson, best coach in the NFL in NHL. Mike,
not the guy who's won 2 back-to-back Stanley Cups.
No. Never heard of him. Never heard of Paul Maurice.
Right.
Nope. Mike, next up, the floundering Stars. Undone by Team USA. Jason Robertson just tanking this team on a nightly basis to get revenge while all the Swedes go off to play in Sweden. They are 3-5-2 in their last 10. They fall into third place in the Central. And Mike, they're only a measly 9 points out of the wild card. If they lose 5 straight games and Utah wins 5 straight games in regulation, the Stars could fall into the wild card.
Yeah, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and say fake if you're saying floundering as in like they're not going to make the playoffs, then no, they're not floundering to that point. They'll be all right.
They're floundering in the sense of they're starting to fall behind. Their points percentage still right around Minnesota, but they're starting to fall behind those top 2 in the Central as Minnesota stabilizes, and Colorado, who also hit a little bit of a snag, is just running away with the season.
Yeah, I mean, they have like enough top end talent to where it would be shocking for them to miss the playoffs. If you're gonna ask me, like, you think they can win a Stanley Cup? I'm actually gonna say no.
But will their GM Nil win his like 4th or 5th straight GM of the Year award?
Possibly.
Unless
they win the cup, then he can't have
They
it.
are in like rarefied air. They're in like Vikings territory in terms of making the second and third round of the playoffs and never winning a cup.
Yeah,
because they made the cup final once in this kind of generation.
Yes. I'm trying to remember what that final was, and I can't remember now.
Lightning, right? Hold on.
Was it? Oh, you're right. It was one of the Lightning ones. Yeah.
I think it was one of the COVID ones, wasn't it?
No, because COVID was Montreal, Tampa Bay.
Like COVID was Montreal, but the next year.
What the fuck's COVID and COVID? I'm so lost now.
Okay, yeah. So Dallas last appeared in the Stanley Cup final. This is according to the AI overview, so it's probably completely wrong. Here, let me use Wikipedia. Wikipedia is asking me for 41 cents. Fuck you, Wikipedia. 2020, the 2020 Cup final was Stars Lightning. Lightning won it in 6 games. Mm-hmm. The next year, 2021, was the Montreal one.
Okay.
Which was bubble also. Mike, so you're going fake for the Stars, right? Floundering?
As floundering, yeah, I'm going fake.
Okay. Fake. Real or fake? The playoff bubble Sabres.
It can't get more real, my friend. It can't get more
real. Can't get more real?
Can't get more real.
Can't get more real. Now, how much of this is the Josh Doan effect?
It's the Doan. It's also a little boy by the name of Consta Hellenius. All right. Showing up, stuffing stat sheets, playing good. I got a few nicknames I'm trying to workshop. I don't know if I want to go with King Consta, the Constable, or Hellenius by My Chemical Romance.
Was it? That's pretty good. I like Hellenius by My Chemical Romance. Was it the stream that he put 2 goals up on, or were you just texting me about it when he put 2 goals up?
I was texting you about it. He put up 2 assists and a goal in the first period.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I'll go as far to say, Mike, I've enjoyed my time shitting on Owen Power.
Mm-hmm.
Does Buffalo have 3 legit top pair defensemen right now?
Yeah, it's the craziest thing is there's still a lot of Power hate out there, and I'm like, yes. Sometimes you watch and you're like, Power, why'd you do that, dude? But like on the whole, he's a very good defenseman.
He just doesn't play as big as he is, which is the frustrating thing about Owen Power.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I want him to play more like Mo Sider, and he just doesn't. Right. And that's never been part of this game, right? Like, even as a prospect in that draft, he wasn't like, I'm gonna give him the lumber. I'm gonna be playing in the corners. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna lose some teeth. He's kind of like a modern finesse offensive defenseman. The only problem is he's not scoring the same way like Quinn Hughes does, and he's the size of 2 Quinn Hughes.
Yeah, I think that was part of like why we originally went out and got Byram, because we were like, all right, that doesn't Power's like his offensive game isn't really there. I gotta be honest with you, from an NHL standpoint, but I still think he's playing really well. And like, I mean, if you're gonna tell me like if I feel like a lot of people, if you said, oh, would you like to have Owen Power on your like second line, your second defensive pairing, they're probably like, yeah, I'd take that. So I think that's pretty fucking good.
I also think it's worth noting that the Sabres have 6 different players with at least 25 points, including Jason Zucker, who's only played 31 games and has 25 points.
And it's also worth pointing out, like, Josh Norris is out again. He's back on IR.
Why is that worth noting?
Well, he's supposed to be one of our top 6 forwards.
Yeah, but he's played 19 games. Like, Josh Norris doesn't play. Josh Norris, who's his NBA comp?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan played until the seasons that he didn't. Josh Norris is I mean, like, Joel Embiid.
Okay.
LaMelo Ball.
I don't agree with that. No.
But you have always been like a LaMelo Ball hater, but like LaMelo Ball is a very good player.
Yeah.
He just doesn't play a lot of basketball.
Right. But
Josh
I don't
Norris
know if I
always
can.
Hurt, man.
Right. He has 17 points in 19 games, so he's good.
Okay, but once again,
healthy.
LaMelo Ball is like that. He's good. He just doesn't play. John Morant's been bad this year.
Right. But my point, yeah. And Josh Norris doesn't pull guns out on Facebook Live or whatever. And so I guess my point was just being, like, this team's playing really, really well right now. And in the event that a Josh Norris gets healthy and gets added to the lineup, that would just make it even more plausible that, yes, indeed, they are truly breaking the drought while Terry Pegula is busy interviewing Phillip fucking Rivers to be the head coach of the Buffalo Bills.
See, that's the secret. There's a teeter-totter where one side aims towards the Bills and the other side aims towards the Sabres. And whichever way Pegula is walking, that's where the teeter-totter starts to go down.
I told people when this started happening, I was like, guys, watch out, Buffalo Bills. It's not good. He's coming.
So you're going with real for the playoff bubble Sabres.
You can't get any realer. It's almost too real.
Next up, real or fake, Mike? Division winner, New York Islanders?
Nah.
They're 8 points out of the lead for the Metropolitan.
Yeah, so nah.
Right. They could easily take second. Yeah,
only 2 points out.
Yeah, and they are kind of living off the loser point a little bit. But
yeah,
they're 2 points behind the Pittsburgh team that any day now is going to fall off a cliff. Any day now.
Any day.
I think I forgot to mention that in our previous segment, but I also had the Pittsburgh Penguins to have the number 1 pick in the draft, which they are currently not slated to have. But 2 points behind the Pittsburgh Penguins. Matty Shafes, Matty Shafes, Mike. Can we talk about some Matty Shafes?
People are pretty high on this Matty Shafes kid I've been hearing about.
But hear a lot of stories about this Matty Shafes guy.
Yeah, this kid from Canada, Matty Shafes.
Bounce back year from both Matt Barzals and Anders Lee. Bo Horvat going to the Olympics. Ilya Sorokin back in the conversation for the Vezina.
Playing good.
That Ilya Sorokin, despite the fact that Mike Regan hopes he dies. What?
That was the segment. We did a segment. It was called People You Hope Die.
Yeah.
You had nobody, and I just screamed Ilya Sorokin over and over again.
I said cancer. I hope cancer dies. And you just kept yelling about Ilya Sorokin over and over.
You know what's worse than cancer?
Ilya Sorokin currently leads the league in goals saved above expected, and it's not even close. I'm just saying, man. What are the 2 things that you need to win your division in the NHL?
Score more points than the other teams score against you.
And that's it.
Win more games than you lose.
Yeah. You need a hot offense and outrageous goaltending. Yeah. If you can get both those to click in a season, yeah, you do pretty
They're still looking for the hot offense there, bud.
Listen.
They've scored the third least amount of goals in the Eastern Conference.
They're 25th in expected goals percent.
That's not good.
But if their offense gets hot, they already got the goaltending.
Yeah, that's true.
All they got to do, they got to outpace Pittsburgh. Any day now, Sidney Crosby's going to get his AARP card in the mail. He already has to wear bifocals to read the scoreboard. They're going to send him to Milan. He's never coming back. He's going to get to Italy. They're going to be like, there's places that are warm this time of year. He's going to stay. It's his Florida.
There. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they have the guns there to get it done. Also, I think it's interesting that this team was like, I think there's one mindset where you're like, oh, the Islanders, they should have been bad this year, but they're actually good. They could make the playoffs. But I guess it's funny, and it's not like, oh, they're outperforming this year. Like, wait until they make like they don't have any cap space. It's funny. Is my point I'm trying to make.
It's funny, the cap space.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know what moves they're really going to be able to make, but that's just a random aside. But yeah, I don't think they're winning their division.
Let me see. Are any of their older guys coming off the books anytime soon? Let's
take a look here. Anders Lee.
Anders Lee.
In his last year.
Listen. Also, I will just say, if you wanted to be a team that is being pragmatic and practical, there's some guys on this Islanders team you can flip last second, which doesn't help my whole division winner case. But you got Matty Schaafs, Barzell's in prime age, but like Horvat and Anders Lee is like in an expiring contract. That could be a pretty good trade target at 35, having a really good season. And even if you want to retain half of his contract, it's $3.5 million for 1 year, and then it comes off the books.
Yeah, I wonder if they would consider. Yeah, Pageau comes off the books too. He's $5 million. And then I wonder if they would be like, hey, do we keep both 30-year-old Horvat and 28-year-old Barzell for the next 5 years, both making around $9 million?
I don't know how you could trade either one of those guys, not from the sense of like, but think of the culture, but like,
yeah,
who's trading for Bo Horvat at 8.5 a year for the next 4 or 5 years? And especially because we didn't mention this with the Vancouver trade segment, but like kind of want to pat Vancouver on the back. They traded Quinn Hughes and Kiefer Sherwood and retained zero salary.
Yeah, nice job.
Yeah, like, can you move Bo Horvat without retaining salary?
No, probably not. Probably not. The teams that are going to come a-calling are going to ask you to retain some salary to make it work.
Yeah, like who can afford an $8.5 million 30-year-old center who is having like a good but not like mind-boggling season?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's good. So it would probably more likely be the Anders Lee thing. So they're like, yeah, we'll go ahead and retain some of that this year or whatever. We don't give two shits.
Yeah, and I mean, like, they also have some older defensemen that I think that I could see move. That wouldn't be too surprising, and they'll just go right up the road to to Toronto. They'll trade for any defenseman over 30 years old. So,
well, they can't.
Adam Pelech, pack your bags.
They can't trade. It's only a 1 year contract, but they can't trade Tony DeAngelo because he's probably the one mentoring Matty Schaafs. That's why Matty Schaafs is playing so well.
He's showing him a lot of posts on 4chan.
Yeah.
The other thing about Adam Pelech, he is the only player in the NHL, and I have just fact checked this to make sure this is true. Only player in the NHL without a no move clause.
Really, I believe it. I thought everyone had one. So
yeah, it comes standard. So you're going with fake for division winner Islanders.
For division winner, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's stay in division there. Let's go with the next real or fake. Real or fake, Mike? The still hanging around Penguins, second in the division, 2 points ahead of the Islanders.
Mm-hmm. They don't quit. 6-2-2 in their last 10,
including just absolutely shelling Edmonton last night and putting Tristan Jarry in an early grave. 61 points,
Sidney Crosby.
10 points percentage. Mike, does it steam your balls at all that Pittsburgh has the same points percentage as Buffalo, but Pittsburgh is like firmly going to be in a top 3 place in their division?
Yeah, I was also thinking that when I saw like Carolina's 6 points ahead of Pittsburgh. I was like, wow, you got a hell of a draw, didn't you there, buddy? Carolina, typical. Yeah, I think it's funny. Like, what I was going to say was 40-year-old Sidney Crosby has as many goals as Matt Boldy and Kirill Kaprizov.
Combined, or?
No, it's the same that each of them have. They're all at 27.
Yeah, is Crosby having the best year of his old like era?
I don't know. Like, if you wanted, the numbers aren't the same, right? So you couldn't make the argument. But if you wanted, you could twist things to make the argument to be like, really, if we're talking most valuable player, Crosby's just as valuable to the Penguins as McDavid is to Edmonton.
Currently,
right, this season.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Currently, yeah.
Crosby has a whopping 30 points in 50 games.
Mm-hmm. No, he's 57.
57. I was looking at his assists. 57 points through 50 games. Mike, care to guess, without looking it up, the last time Sidney Crosby was under a point per game for a NHL season?
I'm going to guess. I don't remember what the year it was. It's an injury-shortened year, though, when he had the concussion problem, probably.
So his concussion era was like 2010 through 2013.
Okay. One of those years.
One of those years? You'd be wrong. He's never had it. He's always been at least a point per game.
So that was my initial answer. I was going to say he's probably never had one, but I was like, yeah, I have one in there somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, dude, like the whole thing why we used to say he was the best player in the world might have checked out. I don't know. I think he's kind of a little bitch, but he's like carrying his team right now.
Can't take a few concussions and keep going.
Yeah. I guess I shouldn't say he's carrying them, but no, he's carrying them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Severe team.
Who else is carrying them?
Yeah.
Mike, I'm going to throw in a bonus one here that we don't have written down, and then we'll continue on. The Detroit Red Wings leading the division. Number 2 seed overall in the NHL. Real or fake?
Fake.
They're positive in goal differential now. They're +4.
This is so dumb. Like, it's dumb. Okay, they're so bitch made.
They are such loser point merchants. Mind you, they're 7-2-1 in their last 10. Tampa Bay right behind them, 1 point behind with 4 games in hand. +49 goal differential. Detroit +4 goal differential. Now, Mo Seider is going to win, or going to come in second for the Norris. One of the two.
Yeah.
Lucas Raymond, great year. Their goalies, like, playing pretty good. Like, John Gibson off to a rough start, but has kind of come around in his own recently. But, Mike, they have 16 losses. 16 losses, which ties them in the loss column with the Montreal Canadiens. And yet, somehow, they are 4 points clear of the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah. It's dumb. Like not to be Homer again, but Sabres have, let's see, played 2 less games. We have more regulation wins. We've scored more goals. We gave up less goals. We have a better goal differential, and we're somehow 6 points behind the team.
Boston's got to be just as annoyed, right?
It's all fake. I know that the way the East is this year, it seems like what I said the last episode won't happen, but I don't care. I'm standing by it. The season's going to come to the end, and Detroit's going to be sitting a point out of wild card spot number 2. I'm calling it. It's happening. And I'm going to laugh. I'm going to call Stevie Yzerman. I'm going to prank call him and say, is your refrigerator running?
What's he going to say?
He's going to be like, the Yzer playing. I don't know.
Mike, final team, real or fake here. The worst team in the NHL, Vancouver Canucks.
I think that's pretty real. And I think they're making moves to make it real.
Do you think they move Pettersson, or do you think he's just going to pout his way into a full season there?
Like, I was thinking that earlier. I was like, I liked their Quinn Hughes return. I liked the return on Sherwood. I was like, if they really wanted to rip this down to the studs, they could move Pettersson if he was actually playing at least like slightly like what he's supposed to be playing like. They could get a good return. But
I want to push back on 2 things for you that you said there.
Okay.
1, trading Quinn Hughes is ripping it down to the studs.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. You traded away your best player in the prime of his career. That's ripping it down to the studs. 2, Elias Pettersson is playing exactly how we expect him to play off the last 2 years when he moped until they traded JT Miller, and then he kept moping anyways. He's the mopiest player. He is, like, the worst body language player in the NHL, right? Mm-hmm. He's so frustrating. Leading the team in points, by the way, with 29 points. You could fit 2 point totals into Macklin Celebrini's points and still have plenty of room to spare.
Mm-hmm.
How many people can you combine? Could you combine the top 3 point scorers on Vancouver to get to 1 Macklin Celebrini?
The top 2, you said?
Top 3. Top 2 easily.
So
top 2 comes in under 60. Macklin Celebrini has 72 points?
Yeah. Top 2 is at 58. If you throw Brock Besser's 24 points in there, obviously that would bump you up to 82. So they would pass Macklin.
Okay. So the top 3 players equals like 1.05 Macklin Celebrinis.
Yeah.
Sick. Good roster you got there.
So they traded away their leading goal scorer in Sherwood, who's at 17. We're halfway through the year, keep in mind. Or wait, how many games has Vancouver played? The team specifically? They have played 50. So they got 32 more games left. Their next leading goal scorer now is Pettersson at 13. will they have a 20-goal scorer this season is not like a lock. This is up in the air, people.
Can I tell you my favorite stat I heard? And then I also want to talk about their coach, Adam Foote, a little bit. But can I tell you my favorite Vancouver stat I heard recently?
What?
The highest point scorer this season that is still being paid by the Vancouver Canucks is not a player on the Vancouver Canucks. It is not a player that they traded from the Vancouver Canucks. It is a player they bought out and are still paid $5 million a year. And that player is Oliver Ekman-Larsson. The highest paid player on the payroll on the cap sheet for the Vancouver Canucks has not played for the team in 2 years.
Yeah, but he's won a Stanley Cup.
Was he in Florida for that?
He was in Florida for that.
He's in Florida for that. Can we talk about Adam Foote real quick?
The Footman?
The Footman, the coach of the Vancouver Canucks, who had a statement that he put out recently where he pointed out that the Vancouver Canucks have a problem with their body language and with their culture, and that it comes from the veterans, and it's been there for a while, and that he wants to solve that, and he thinks that there's enough talent on this team to move forward. And then if you just click on Adam Foote's name there, you'll see that he has been an assistant coach in Vancouver since the 2022-2023 season. So it's really got, I think you should leave. We're all trying to find a guy who did this and give him a spanking energy. Where Adam Foote's like, I don't know what's wrong with the culture. Someone's really fucked up the culture here for like the last let's say for the last 6 years. For the last 6 years has been bad. And before I even got here it was bad. I'm trying to fix this. I'm trying to solve it, you know? I just need 5-6 more years. I can figure this shit out.
This is karma.
For the JT Miller trade.
No, this is karma for what they did to poor Juicy Brucey.
What'd they do to poor Juicy Brucey?
Bruce Boudreau.
Oh, I know who that is.
Like everybody knew he was getting fired.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right.
And
that's
they
right.
just had him
clicked.
coaching games like an asshole, dead man walking style. Like, this is karma for how you did that, man. Enjoy it. Look through it. Rick Taco was like, nah, I'm out of here. Something bad's about to happen. I got to go.
They were saying, fuck, Rick Tockett's gone. Who's the next person that we're going to see? He's the coach.
Well, I was going to say he knew something bad was about to happen because he was there when it started going bad. So he was part of it. But he very quickly was like, I got to get out of here. Go coach the Flyers.
All right, Mike, let's do a quick goalie lightning round here of real or fake. Real or fake? Ilya Sorokin Vezina.
He is real.
Real or fake? Spencer Knight, franchise goalie.
It's real now. It was real in Florida, but obviously he went through a tough time, and Florida was in a spot where the timeline didn't line up. So they were like, yeah, Spencer Knight's going to be great probably, but we need Seth Jones, so let's go ahead and just do that.
Yeah, it was a win-win trade in retrospect.
Yeah.
Real or fake? Scott Wedgwood and Mackenzie Blackwood are good enough for a cup.
Yeah. You see the team in front of them? Fuck, I might be good enough to at least get a wild card spot.
Real or fake? Tristan Jarry, good?
I'll never believe it. Wash Jarry.
Speaking of washed, real or fake? Washed Jesper Wallstedt.
Isn't he like 13 years old?
Yeah, he's Calder eligible, but he was like third place for the Calder for a while, and boy, has he fallen off of the proverbial cliff.
Not his fault.
All right, Mike. That's really fake. Let's do a quick McDavid MacKinnon check-in here. I kind of want to get your temperature, basically. So if you could grab a thermometer.
Where am I sticking it?
Mike, here's simply my question. Who do you have for the Hart now that Connor McDavid and Nathan MacKinnon are tied in points?
Dude, this is hard.
Hart, not hard. Hart.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I can't. I have, my notes are all wrong. I thought we were talking about Hart. Who's harder?
Who's winning the Hart
Who
trophy?
grew up on the streets? I think we have a perception that like McDavid carries a worse team sometimes than we do McKinnon.
Which would be true.
And that is true. It's true.
I will say, Edmonton has been to the Cup each of the last 2 years. Right. So it's not like they put Connor McDavid on the fucking Vancouver Canucks, right? Like the team's clearly good enough. because it's hockey. One player cannot carry you to the championship. So the team is clearly good enough. Leon Draisaitl alone as a second player is just as good as Cale Makar as a second player.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let me do a fun little experiment.
Mike is pulling out test tubes.
Test tubes for experimenting. All right. The line on both these teams that plays. Oh, this is interesting. The most minutes forward line for each of these teams. For Edmonton, for Colorado, it's the MacKinnon, Nietzsche, Lakeinen line. They played 461 minutes together. They have an expected goal share of 56.7.
Uh-huh.
The top one in Edmonton is MacKinnon, Nugent Hopkins, Hyman. They played 255 minutes together, which I thought was, wow, it's a big difference. I remembered Hyman missed a bunch of time.
Yeah.
And they're a 65.3% goal share. Now, I was looking into this earlier because I was just curious. And I looked at that Hyman, McDavid, Nugent Hopkins line, right? And McDavid's numbers by himself and expected goals and expected goal share are obviously like all way above what that line does together. Hyman's were kind of like right in line with what that line does. Nuge was pretty much, he was underneath it.
I like Nugent Hopkins. He's not out there to be like a super effective player.
Yeah. So my question is, I feel like Nugent Hopkins' career has gone really well ever since McDavid showed up.
Yeah.
And does that make him the Hart winner as long as those two play together?
That's what they should do for Alexis Lafreniere. Just get him McDavid.
There you go. He can get an even worse contract than he already has. I don't know. Like, all joking aside, like this is a coin flip. There's two different ways to look at it. I think the overall roster that McDavid has is he has the weaker overall roster, even though he does also play with the Hart winner on his team. But you could also look at their way and say, yeah, but McKinnon's team is like far and away the best team in the NHL this year. So
yeah,
how do you weigh those two things?
I will say, like, it's going to come down to recency bias, because if McDavid ends up ahead of MacKinnon in points at the end of the season, all of us are going to forget what a fucking tear MacKinnon got off to start the season, and only remember what a tear McDavid did to end it.
Yeah.
So, but we got to make a pick. Mike. Who are you taking right now to win the Hart?
I think I don't think the voters will go back to back. So I think they're going to go McDavid.
I'll go MacKinnon, just so we're on opposite sides of this.
Okay. Yeah.
But really, it's Pasternak. All right, Mike. Chris Drury has soft launched the Rangers' second rebuild in the last 8 years.
Shout out Chris Drury, former Buffalo Sabres captain. Go ahead.
I want to start with this. Mike, was their first rebuild successful?
What was their first one?
8 years ago. They launched a rebuild. Alexis Lafreniere, Mika Zibanejad, Artemi Panarin, Igor Shesterkin all got in the building. Adam Fox, they traded for him from Calgary. Yeah, Capo, sure.
Capo Kakman.
Do you think that rebuild was a success, even though they are relaunching it 8 years later?
No.
I would say yes.
That's a lie.
Now, because I know the tanker titles thing.
Uh-huh.
You say if you either need to be tanking or winning
I didn't want tanker titles. I was even
but they had
that wise.
They had 2 conference finals berths in that period of time, and were a President's Trophy winner. What you could ask? That's 80% of an outcome of what you could ask for coming out of a rebuild, with the last 20% being a Stanley Cup. But doing it that way, you know who else had a failed rebuild is Edmonton.
I guess it's fair. You could make an argument and say that Edmonton constantly had first-round picks that didn't work out, and then they got and this was before the 2 big dogs showed up, and they ended up landing Draisaitl, and then the lottery ball fell the right way, and they got the best player of this decade.
Uh-huh.
And they still haven't won a Stanley Cup. You could make an argument if you want to be super cynical. But no, I guess I see what you're saying. I mean, I just look back on it. I'm like, all right, Lafreniere, I don't care if they put him on the first line. He's not a first line player. He doesn't play like a number 1 overall pick. Capo Kakinen he's not even on the team anymore, and he didn't play like a number 2 overall pick. Like, I don't know. I'm negative on this. For some part of me, for some reason, I dislike the Rangers. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna lie. That bias is coming through. I don't know what it is.
But with that, Mike, since we obviously aren't going to come to a consensus on this, I want to do a quick little draft here. Let's just burn through a draft. We're going to do the New York Rangers trade assets draft.
Okay.
So simply, we're going to go back and forth here, draft different players on the Rangers of New York, who we think are going to get the best possible return if they do get flipped.
Okay.
Kick or receive, Mike?
Kick me.
All right. Well, then I'm going to go. I'm going to go with the obvious number 1 overall pick here, which is 34-year-old Artemi Panarin.
That's who I was going to take.
Panarin. Currently is, I think, second on his team in expected goals. First in points. Has 1 year left on his deal. He's vocally said that he does not want out of New York. He has a no movement clause this year as well, so he does have some control over that. But $11 million coming off the books next year. If New York retains, I think that they can send him to just about anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a full no move, by the way, so he has a lot of control over that. And it's the last year of his deal, so even if he agrees to get traded, he could simply go somewhere and go, "Yeah, I'm not re-signing here."
Yeah. So before I make my pick, I will restate what I said. It was not a failed rebuild. It was not. You are correct. I agree with you. I guess I get hung up on the fact that I think they made good moves. I think they drafted poorly.
Yes,
that's the delineation I'm trying to make.
I would say that's a good call because players that they brought in externally, like Panarin, like Adam Fox, have been more successful than players that they brought in internally, outside of your, Igor Shesterkins and Mika Zibanejads.
Shesterkin.
Who I guess they traded for Zibanejad, though, didn't they? Or did he sign?
I was trying to look up because I couldn't remember.
I can't remember if he signed or got traded there.
Anyway, speaking of the Stievoki lookalike, Mika Zibanejad, that's what I'll go ahead and take.
Taking Zibanejad.
I'll take the 32-year-old Zibanejad.
Taking Zibanejad.
It'll be a little bit more complicated with him because he has an $8.5 million cap hit and still has 4 years left on that deal. So making the cap work could be tough unless they trade him to the Knights and don't worry, we'll figure it out. Or the Lightning. They did that before the Knights started doing it. So
yeah, Lightning did that when it was back before it was cool.
Yeah.
Are we doing Snake? You going again, or is it my turn?
No, Zibanejad was drafted by the Ottawa Senators.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember if he was traded or signed there.
I hate snaking when there's only 2 people.
Okay. So I'm up. I'm going to take Vincent Trocheck. Vincent Trocheck. Kind of in my head, Vincent Trocheck is kind of in the same role as Chris Kreider. Mm-hmm. I know that he A, plays center and not wing, and B, is more of a distributor than I'm going to tip the puck in. But they're both typically in the past were middle six guys on this team who had a lot of success when the team was successful and not much when it wasn't. But Trocheck, another aging guy, 32 years old, $6 million on his contract the next 2 years, then 4.5 for the last 2 years after that. He has a modified no trade, which for this year is 12, then it goes down to 10, and then 6 for the final 2 years of the deal. But I think Trocheck's got some value, right? I mean, if we've learned anything about the NHL over the last few years, it's that the Ducks are going to trade for him.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that contract's not bad.
Not bad. I think that NHL teams are kind of moving this direction where they're going to stop retaining, even though the cap's going up. Mm-hmm. And if New York is like, we'll trade players, but we're not going to retain on them, I think Trocheck's a guy that we can see go. Just works.
Yeah. Now, just for reference, everybody's for reference sake. All right. Everybody knows. Trocheck, who makes $5.6 million a year. Lafreniere makes $7.4 million a year. Okay. Let me finish out. Uh-huh. Now, Trocheck only has 4 more points than Lafreniere. Lafreniere's only played 14 more games.
Your point there, Mike.
I think I made my point.
All right, Mike. Your second pick.
Yeah, I'm trying to I'm 6-7 in. I'm trying to look at what would they actually give up and comparing that to what they could get for him, if that makes sense in my words. Like, I think like Willie Kyle's on like a cheap deal. He's only 23 though, so I don't know if they would move him.
Yeah,
like they probably feel like they'd want him there.
Yeah.
So then I kind of go to the similar vein of what like we've kind of been looking at, except this is another aspiring, 3.2 million, 31-year-old Carson Soucy. You can get yourself something for that.
He's
definitely get yourself something for that. Yeah.
Yeah. He has a modified no trade 12-team list, and currently on the team he is. Hold on, I'm just gonna keep scrolling down until I find him. He is 15th in points.
Yeah, he's a good
defenseman. Yeah. Also, since this is the gimmick we're doing today, former Kraken.
Release him.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you trade an injured Adam Fox, or if you are another team, do you trade for an injured Adam Fox?
Do you trade for an injured 27-year-old Adam Fox, $9.5 million a year?
Long-term IR, $9.5 a year. He has this year his no move clause kicked in. 16-team no trade. He's having a down year, to be clear. But he's 2 years removed from winning a Norris.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years. Maybe only 2. He might only be 2. He won it the year they won the President's Trophy, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Checking. But if you are a quality team, oh my God, he won it in 2021. Time keeps moving by, you know?
Yeah. It's a construct.
It's a construct. He was second 2 years ago when they won the President's Trophy. Do you trade for Adam Fox? I haven't picked him officially. That's not officially my third pick.
Okay.
I'm just asking. I'm asking questions, Mike.
Just asking questions.
If you are an up and coming team, say Montreal Canadiens, maybe the Ducks, Utah. If you're one of those teams, San Jose, do you trade for an injured Adam Fox and make it work when he's back?
Oh man.
It is a hell of a cap hit.
That's a big cap hit, but he's only 27.
He's only 27.
He'll
be 31
years,
at the end of this
brother.
deal. Yeah. He's having a bad season, but who on New York isn't outside of Artemi Panarin?
Right, yeah, but who's not going to talk themselves into being like, that's the down year? He's going to get healthy, get right.
Yeah. Oh God, am I going to do it? Am I going to take him as a trade target? This is their tearing down to the studs moment. I'm going to do it, Mike. I'm taking an injured Adam Fox as my third and final player.
Damn. He did it.
I did it.
He did it.
Nah, I don't even care. You can't even make me feel bad about it. I don't even care.
I don't even care.
All right, Mike, your final pick, and the final pick of the assets, the New York Rangers assets draft.
They're not going to do it. But if they wanted to get the biggest contract off the books.
Come on.
That's going to be on the books for 7 more years.
You fucking stop it. How did you not go with Lafreniere over Shesterkin?
Because we want value.
That's a good point. We do want value. You're not getting any value for Lafreniere.
$7.4 million. He's in the first year of this extension, by the way.
I think we could probably do 18 rounds of this before one of us took Lafreniere.
Yeah. I ain't doing
you get a lot for Shesterkin.
You get so much for Shesterkin.
He is also injured right now.
So much. He is. I don't even care. You get a lot for a one-legged Shesterkin. If it wasn't for the fact that he has a 11.5. I'm just saying, if you want to get rid of your biggest cap hit, that'd be the way to do it. But what were Drury's exact words? Like a soft reset? Is that what he said?
He said retool.
Retool.
Yeah.
He's lying.
And he's lying. And he told the fans that they're the best fans in the world, which that's crazy because I've been to Blackhawks games and they told me that the Blackhawks fans were the best fans in the world.
Yeah. All right. I don't think they'd move him. I don't know if they'd move him either.
Your screen went dark on you. You suddenly been cast in shadows as you're trying to find this last pick.
I'm really trying to snuggle between I'm really struggling. Trying to figure because Gabe Perreault was their number 1 overall pick in 2023. He's only 20 years old. He's cheap.
So why would they trade him?
Why would they trade him? But what if you could get some? What if you could package? Like, if you want to do a soft reset, retool, whatever you want to call it, would you think about it?
I don't know what you're getting for him, man. To be honest with you.
Yeah, that's right.
He has 7 points in 18 games. He's playing on their 4th line right now. I don't know, man.
Their prospect pool's not great, Adam.
I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying pick a motherfucker because we're at an hour and 40 minutes into this podcast and got 2 segments left.
Fine. I'll be fun and say they just go scorched earth and trade Igor Shesterkin.
Igor Shesterkin for Connor Hellebuyck, who says no.
I think the Rangers say no.
All right, Mike. Let's talk about Team Talent Alone. For the last month now, we have been following the Minnesota Wild as they have soared to 2nd place in their division. Initially, I was kind of worried we broke them. The more I looked into it, it didn't seem that bad. Just watching them, it seemed bad. For those of you who don't know, every 2 weeks we pick a new team to watch. Last podcast, I doubled down and said we're watching the Wild for another 2 weeks. So we watched them for just about a month straight, few days under a month. But in that time, they went 6-4-1 with a -1 goal differential. But here's the real concern, Mike. I think we as fans of the Minnesota Wild for the last month firmly knocked Jasper Wallstedt out of the Calder race.
Yep, we did. Just want to apologize for that, Jasper.
He went 1-3-2 with a 4.0 GAA and an .864 save percentage. Now, this is a league where the average save percentage right now is like an 890, 897 maybe. So it's not as disastrous to have an .864, but it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. During our time following them, Brock Fabers also only had 4 goals. 4 goals in 11 games. Kirill Kaprizov, 4 goals. Now, Kaprizov, 8.3 shooting percentage. So we're going to see some regression there as we come out on the other side. But we cursed this team a little bit. Obviously not as much as whatever podcast decided to follow the Dallas Stars for the last 2 weeks. Those are the real motherfuckers. But we definitely cursed the Minnesota Wild a little bit with our time watching them.
Yeah. It wasn't.
All right, good input, Mike. Thanks.
I'm not impressed. I still think the Wild are a good team, but I thought when the Quinn Hughes trade happened, I thought I was going to be more inclined to be like, yeah, if things go right, like they can win a cup. I don't think this team can win a Stanley Cup.
You know what's crazy? Quinn Hughes is the thing that's working incredibly well for this team.
Yeah, and even with that, I'm still like, oh, he's doing his part, but it's still not coming together the way I thought it would.
Like if whatever on December 22nd, you had told us, hey, the Wild are going to trade for Quinn Hughes, and over the next month he's going to have 17 points in 13 games. You'd be like, fuck, they might catch the Avs. But at the same time, Kirill Kaprizov turned into fucking Alexis Lafreniere.
Yeah. I feel like they could. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to move on to the next thing. So if you had some more Minnesota Wild thoughts there. They did, like I alluded to, jump to 2nd in their division, though. So maybe the secret is if we really want a team to lose, we should follow whatever team is directly behind them in the standings.
There you go.
Because it's not like the Minnesota Wild blew the doors off this division. I mean, they had the best record of the top 3 teams in the last month because Colorado kind of hit a slump. But like the real problem was that Dallas turned into Vancouver.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of with you. If we had to kind of do our real or fake for Minnesota right now, Minnesota Wild, real or fake?
Faking like as a winning a Stanley Cup, fake.
Yeah. I am going to. I'm going to go right in between. I don't know if they're real or fake. Like I think this team, with everything clicking right, have the best goalie room in the NHL between Gustafsson and Wallstedt when they're playing well. You want to give me a better goalie duo right now than those two?
Baskey by himself? What?
That's not a goalie room. That's one goalie. I'm not saying
he could be in a room he could be in a room by himself and probably stop more pucks than those two collectively right now.
Okay, but that's not the statement is the best goalie room. Guess what? One goalie can't play all 82 games and 16 playoff wins.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
They have an elite number 1 defenseman who has been playing like that. They supposedly have a phenomenal number 2 defenseman who's been injured but hasn't been playing like phenomenally in Brock Faber. They have 2 top-end talent offensively with Kirill Kaprizov and Matt Boldy, and then fill in the rest with like some really good to great players, Joel Eriksson-Ek, Matt Zuccarello, players like that. So I think that the raw roster is there where maybe if they get the right bracket, this team can make a Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And all these players have to be playing at their, 80th percentile outcome?
Yeah. They need, I still think they need help down the middle. I'm not crazy about their center. Here, I'll do my, like, old man yells at clouds 200-foot hockey. This is a problem. 5-on-5, they have the worst face-off win percentage in the league. All right. Can't get possession, can't win face-offs. And lastly, you know what they lead the league in?
What's that?
This is in 5-on-5. Unblocked shot attempts against. No heart in this team. Get down and block a puck, boys.
Yeah, get in front of that puck.
Why is Wallstedt falling apart? No one's helping him out.
I was trying to see if they could fit one of the Rangers players under their cap. They can't. They have $130,000 in cap space. I'm sure that they could just call Vegas and ask how they do it. And obviously, Bill Guerin's a genius. I mean, he put together Team USA without Cole Caulfield, Jason Robertson, or Alex DeBrincat on it.
Yeah.
Or Adam Fox, for that matter, but Adam Fox is now hurt. So now, and instead, with their injury replacement on the defense line, went with Jackson Lacombe instead of Lane Hudson. But hey, I don't run the team, so I'm sure he could figure it out. But what that did make me realize, just to do a detour here real quick, Detroit has the most cap space in the league right now.
Really?
Yeah. Was this the Yzer plan?
Get to the
1 seed. Get to the 1 seed and have the most cap space. Is that what this was?
Dude, the Yzer plan, man.
But with
I
that, Mike,
I was just going to say there is a chance we could get a little more. Like Minnesota, their shooting percentage is pretty low right now compared to what you'd think in 5-on-5. So that starts ticking up a little bit more, considering some of the guys they have, and like you said, they get healthy, they get rolling. Yeah, I mean maybe if Wallstedt or Gustafson went on a heater in the playoffs and things fell the right way, maybe. But I'm not.
They would need someone to take care of Colorado for them.
That would be the big thing, and possibly Vegas. And possibly Edmonton.
I don't know about Vegas and Edmonton. I think that those 3 teams are in the same tier this year.
Yeah.
We'll see how much the Rasmus Andersson team shakes that up.
Want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
Toronto leads the league with the best shooting percentage in 5-on-5. Also, they could just be outside of the wild card right now. Fucking losers.
Mike, we need to pick Team Town Alone for the next 2 weeks. So that'll be today, January 23rd, 2026, through February 6th will be the time that we follow this team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mike, on the stream, you told me that you have a team queued up that you want to pitch here. What would that team be?
The Mormons.
The Mormons?
I'm sorry, the Mammoth. The Mammoth.
Ah.
The Utah Mammoth.
You want to sell me on it?
It's fun.
You make the case.
That's just a fun team right now.
Oh, trust me,
fun team to watch.
You want to go back to the predictions where I picked them for like 2 or 3 different categories?
Their home games especially have just like that raucous, hey, we finally got a pro team vibe to it. Just sold out. People going nuts. Their comeback on the Flyers their night was fun as hell to watch. Clayton Keller's a dog. It's a fun team.
Dog Keller.
Dog Keller, it's the call.
So if we followed the Utah Mammoth, here would be their schedule that we would get to watch. 24th, home for Nashville. 26th, the Lightning. 27th, the Florida Panthers. The 29th, the Carolina Hurricanes. The 31st, they're at the Dallas Stars. Now I got to switch over to February. February 2nd, Vancouver. And February 4th, Detroit. And then we would hit the Olympic break. Can I pitch you on a team real quick?
8-1-1 in their last 10, by the way, too. They're hot.
8-1-1. They are hot. Can I pitch you on a team, Mike?
Yes.
The league leading, in terms of cap, Detroit Red Wings. Listen, Mike, you've been calling them bitch made.
I was gonna be a dick the whole time. I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna schedule an emergency podcast so I can just tell you how much they suck after every game.
I sat down and watched them yesterday, when they lost in overtime to the Wild. And there was just a point in that game where Lucas Raymond just picked the corner of the net effortlessly in one of his 2 goals.
Mm-hmm.
That was absolutely phenomenal. Really made Philip Gustafsson look like a bitch. But just across ice, picked the corner of the net, and I was like, oh, fuck, I kind of want to watch more Lucas Raymond. Lucas Raymond, Mo Seider, Cam Talbot. The goalie room's not great. It's Cam Talbot. And yeah, sure, Ben Sherratt. It's Cam Talbot and Josh Gibson. But here's the teams we would get if we followed the Red Wings. Okay. At the Jets, home for the Kings, home for the Capitals, home for the Avalanche, at the Avalanche on a back-to-back, to turn the page, at the Mammoth, and then we hit the Olympic break.
Okay. Well, I'm good with the Red Wings because you can't use your extension anymore, so I know I only just got to get through 2 weeks.
Okay, but let me ask you this. You're good with the Red Wings. How strongly do you feel about picking the Mammoth?
Yeah, I think the Mammoth will still be fun to follow after the break.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, Mammoth could also be a team to make a move. I would also, my other pitch, if you want, the Nashville Predators. We haven't watched a lot of bad hockey. You want to watch some bad hockey?
So just watch the Rangers.
There you go. The New York Rangers will be Team Town alone for the next 2 weeks.
I'm going to use my extension so I can just get 2 podcasts shitting on Lafreniere.
All right, so we're going to follow the Detroit Red Wings for the next 2 weeks. We'll be back on the 6th to talk about the Detroit Red Wings as well as the Olympics, Mike, at that point.
Yeah.
And with that, Mike, I have one more final note here. I got a question for you on the way out the door. Tonight, the Mitch Marner return to Toronto is happening. Mm-hmm. Vegas at Toronto. Puck drop here in just an hour and a half. Well, it's the NHL, so like an hour and 43 minutes or something weird.
Okay.
Mitch Marner, booed or wooed back in Toronto? Oh, okay, well, there you go. Mike, that's all I got this week. You got anything else for the pod?
No.
Should we check ESPN to see if Aaron Rodgers has announced if he's retiring?
Let's see. No, he has not announced yet.
Okay.
Dolphins hiring.
What?
Chris Tabor.
Isn't that your cousin?
No, I don't see the last name, but no, he's the new Miami special teams coordinator. So
that matters. I'm glad we stopped the podcast for that.
Oh wait,
Mike,
we do. Steelers have eyes on Mike McCarthy for head coach, but it's not only for Aaron. All right.
This is the hockey podcast.
Okay. All right, fine, sorry. Just trying to tell you.
Mike, we are almost at 2 hours. All right? Calm down.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Put your phone away.
Just go. Wait a minute. Oh, my God. All right.
Mike, since we don't do shout-outs on the way. Oh, wait, let me do plugs, and we'll do the whole shout-outs thing. Follow us. Our socials are in the show notes below. If you listen to us in an audio format and are interested in seeing the video podcast, that is up on YouTube at Talent Alone Podcast. Post 3 podcasts a week and a live stream. It's a lot of content. Many people are saying it's too much content. They're coming to me. They're saying, Adam, you're putting up too much content. I'm going to invade Greenland. I'm going to take all the content away from you. And I keep putting up that content anyways. But at Talent Alone Podcast, you can email us at Talent Alone Podcast as well. Let us know who in your personal life is your Jesper Wallstat. Someone young who initially seemed like they're going to be a success and now has become a failure.
It's me. Oh, sorry.
When did anyone think you were going to be a success? You walked into it, buddy.
I did.
Come back on Monday for our conference championship review podcast. And then next Wednesday as well for our, I guess, way too early Super Bowl preview. We should have an Oscars pod coming out over the weekend, and then we will be back here to talk hockey in 2 weeks, and we'll be back next week to talk basketball. Mike, since we don't do shout-outs on this podcast, do you care to guess what the simulated game that I had running on NHL 99 will be on this video podcast?
NHL 99?
Yep, NHL 99.
Say Canucks Sharks.
Not even close.
Okay.
Montreal Buffalo.
Oh, hey.
Montreal Buffalo. With that, Mike, let's get the fuck out of here.